would I be right, here's my question, would I be right to infer from your biblical commitments that your view of God's sovereignty, that you embrace the doctrine of unconditional election?
Yes, I do. Of course I do.
In other words, God does choose who will be saved before the foundation of the world. Mm-hmm. Would that be right?
Yes. My qualifier on that is, I say, if I find a verse that tends to say something else, a whosoever will may come, mm-hmm. I believe them both. Mm-hmm. I don't, my faith, my hermeneutics does not demand that I correlate every verse. In other words, there are often verses that appear. I'm a John 3:16 mm-hmm. Christian. Mm-hmm. I believe God so loved the world. I do believe that. And I believe that whosoever believes in him shall not perish. But I also believed, predestined from the foundation of the earth. Mm-hmm. So to me, I'm able to hold tensions in my mind rather than having to explain them. Mm-hmm. And so I don't fit in a real good box mm-hmm. in that I believe them both.
Yeah, and you wouldn't, when you say you don't feel obliged to correlate them,
yeah.
Let me restate that and see if you agree. You don't think that they ever contradict each other?
I do not. I think any apparent contradiction in Scripture is my limited capacity. Yeah. Me trying to understand God is like an ant trying to understand the internet. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have the brain capacity.
Yeah, it seems to me that in the Arminian Calvinistic debates over the centuries, mm-hmm. Calvinists have spoken like you just did, mm-hmm. and Arminians tend to feel like they need to negate unconditional election. Is that true? I mean, you
probably
get
that's probably true.
I mean,
and I instead of saying can I see both and
right.
In other words, there's two kinds of thinking. There is conjunctive thinking, and there's disjunctive thinking. Disjunctive thinking says it has to be either or. Now, clearly, there are some either ors about I'm either trust Christ or I don't.
Right.
I'm either pregnant or I'm not.
Right.
Okay. But a lot of thinking in Scripture when it comes to theology is, in my opinion, conjunctive thinking. It's both and.
Right. And my experience,
I believe that and I believe that.
It is, and we're wired, everybody's wired differently.
Yeah, sure.
When I see these two, I am pressed, if I can, and sometimes you can't, to push them down until the root merges.
Until you get to the root, sure.
Yeah, until the root merges, you can see, the reason there's no, they look like whosoever
like
will
may
come is an absolute truth.
Yes.
And chosen before the foundation of the world is an absolute truth.
Yeah.
And you just, some are driven
they'll get them
I
down.
think theology is an effort.
That's why we need guys like you.